Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast Conversation for Beginners. I'm Henry, your host, and today we have another exciting episode to help you improve your English skills. And of course, I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Hey Henry! Hi everyone, I'm so excited about today's topic because it's something every English learner struggles with at some point, how to make a sentence quickly in English.
Exactly. When you're learning a new language, sometimes you hesitate, overthink, or even get stuck when trying to form a sentence. But don't worry, by the end of this episode, you'll have some great techniques to help you make sentences quickly and naturally.
Yes! We'll break it down into simple steps, practice together, and even have a fun challenge at the end.
Sounds great. So grab a notebook if you want, or just listen along, and let's get started. All right, before we jump into making sentences quickly, we need to understand the basic structure of a sentence in English.
Yes, and don't worry, it's actually quite simple. Every sentence in English follows a basic pattern: subject plus verb plus object.
Exactly. Let's break that down. The subject is the person or thing doing the action. The verb is the action itself. The object is what receives the action. For example, let's take a simple sentence. I eat apples. I is the subject. Eat is the verb. Apples is the object.
That's a great example. And what's cool is that this pattern works for so many sentences, like, she reads books, or they play soccer.
Yes. Once you understand the structure, you can form sentences quickly. But what if we remove the object?
Good question. Sometimes a sentence can just be subject plus verb. For example, I run, she sings, they sleep.
Exactly. So listeners, if you ever get stuck, just remember, start with a subject, add a verb, and if needed, add an object.
That's right. And the more you practice, the faster you'll be able to make sentences without even thinking about the structure.
Perfect. Now that we know the basics, let's talk about some quick techniques to help you form sentences even faster. Now that we understand basic sentence structure, let's talk about how to make sentences quickly and easily in English.
Yes, sometimes learners hesitate because they overthink, but don't worry. We have some simple techniques to help you form sentences fast.
One of the best tricks is to use sentence patterns. These are common structures that you can memorize and apply to different situations. For example, here's a simple pattern. I want to plus verb Sarah. Can you give us some examples?
Sure, I want to eat. I want to learn English. I want to go home. See? You can use this one structure to create many sentences.
This is a big one. Many learners translate sentences in their head before speaking, which slows them down. Instead, try to think in English directly.
Yes, a great way to do this is by practicing simple thoughts in English. For example, if you see a dog, don't think in your native language first. Just say in your head, "That's a cute dog."
Exactly. The more you do this, the faster you'll get at forming sentences.
Another great tip is to use simple words and structures you already know instead of trying to be perfect.
Right. Instead of struggling to make a complex sentence, just keep it simple. Instead of saying the weather is absolutely fantastic today, you can just say it's nice today.
Yes, simple sentences are correct and clear, so don't stress about making them too fancy.
A fun way to get faster is to give yourself mini challenges. Try setting a timer for 10 seconds and see how many sentences you can make.
Oh, I love that. Let's try it now. Henry, I'll give you a word, and you have to make a sentence in 5 seconds. Your word is coffee.
Okay, I drink coffee every morning.
Great. Listeners, you can do this too. Just pick a word and try making a sentence quickly.
Awesome. These techniques, using sentence patterns, thinking in English, keeping it simple, and practicing speed challenges will help you make sentences quickly and confidently.
Yes. And speaking of challenges, let's move on to a fun sentence-making exercise to test what we've learned.
All right, now that we've learned some quick sentence making techniques, it's time to practice.
Yes, and don't worry, This will be fun. We'll do a few exercises together, and listeners, you can join us too.
In this exercise, I'll start a sentence, and you have to complete it. Okay, here's your sentence. Every morning I...
Every morning I drink tea.
Great, let's do another one. On the weekend, I like to...
On the weekend, I like to watch movies.
Awesome. Listeners, try it too. Complete this sentence. Before I go to bed,
Now, I'll give you a word, and you have to make a sentence using that word. Henry, your word is travel.
Okay, I love to travel to new places.
Nice. Now, listeners, your word is friend. Make a sentence in key 5 seconds.
That's a great way to practice. You can do this anytime. Just pick a word and make a quick sentence. Let's make it a little harder. Sarah, I'll say a word, and you have 3 seconds to make a sentence.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Okay, your word is phone.
I use my phone every day.
Nice. Now, music.
I love listening to music.
Great, listeners, you try it too. Your word is food. Go.
That was so much fun. These exercises really help you think fast and get comfortable making sentences.
Yes, and the best part, you can practice anywhere while walking, cooking, or even before bed.
Exactly. Now, are you ready for our final challenge? It's a sentence speed round where we go even faster.
Okay, listeners, it's time for the ultimate sentence speed round. This is where we really put our skills to the test.
That's right. In this challenge, Henry and I will take turns saying random words, and we have 3 seconds to make a sentence. The goal is to form a sentence as quickly as possible without overthinking it.
And listeners, we challenge you to play along with us. Try to beat the clock and make your sentence in 3 seconds. Ready, Sarah?
I'm so ready. Let's do this.
All right, Sarah, your word is dog. Ready?
I have a dog at home.
Nice, that was fast. Okay, your turn. Give me a word.
All right, Henry. Your word is apple.
I eat an apple every day.
Great. Now it's time for round 2. We're going to switch it up. I'll give you a word, and you have to make 2 sentences in 6 seconds.
All right, Sarah, your word is school ready.
Great. Now it's time for round 2. We're going to switch it up. I'll give you a word, and you have to make 2 sentences in 6 seconds.
Wow, you nailed it. I love that speed. Now my turn. Give me a word.
I go to school in the morning. I study English every day.
I love watching movies. My favorite movie is The Lion King.
Okay, Henry, your word is movie.
I have a best friend. She lives in another city. We talk every week.
Nice. You're really quick at this. Let's do one more round. This time, let's make it a little harder, 3 sentences in 10 seconds. All right, Henry, here we go. Your word is friend. Ready?
You've got 10 seconds. Ready?
Wow, that was amazing. Now, last challenge for you, Sarah. Your word is weather.
You're on fire, Sarah. Well done. That was so much fun. And you guys did great. Remember, the more you practice, the faster and more confident you'll get at making sentences in English.
The weather is nice today. It's sunny. I want to go outside.
And now for our final tips before we wrap up today's episode. Wow, that was a great challenge, Sarah. We really pushed our sentence-making skills to the limit. But before we finish, let's leave our listeners with some final tips to keep them motivated.
Exactly. So, keep challenging yourself every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. It'll help you think faster and speak more naturally.
Yes, and tip number 2, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and they help you improve. The more you speak, the more confident you'll get.
Absolutely. So, tip number 1, practice every day. Even if it's just for a few minutes, make a habit of speaking or writing sentences in English. The more you do it, the quicker you'll become.
And remember, practice doesn't have to be boring. You can practice with friends while doing chores, or even while watching your favorite TV shows.
Exactly. And don't forget tip number 3. Use what you already know. You don't need to know fancy words to make good sentences. Stick to the basics and build from there.
So that's it for today's episode on how to make sentences quickly in English. We hope you enjoyed it and learned some great tips.
Yes, exactly. And the more fun you have with it, the easier it becomes. You'll be speaking English like a pro before you know it.
If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share it with your friends. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes.
And don't forget to keep practicing, keep challenging yourself, and keep having fun. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time on English Podcast Conversation for Beginners.